It's restock day! Like I said in the last video, when I was making the schedule for how I was going to approach the rest of the week, Thursday was the beginning of restocks. And I can do it because my Wicks came in the mail. I essentially haven't done any work for it yet, and I'm already really overwhelmed. So we're gonna see how this goes. I feel like, so yeah, we'll see, and just like, we'll see how this goes are my taglines now. Never mind, I don't have room in my packing peanut box. Oh no, there's just an entire other box in here. Is there a better way to do this? I don't know, I need to get the peanuts and something else, but it's gonna fall all over the floor. I literally never have a shortage of just other boxes. The peanuts into this box instead. Okay, why is there a box in a box? I think I can get it out without causing a peanut avalanche now. Nope, I cannot. Okay. Yay! Okay. Box. In a box. And a fragrance sample. Yeah, that smells like almond. Now I have one box with some peanuts in it. And a second box with some peanuts in it. So I ordered 1,000 Wicks because it technically was a better deal, because, you know, it's how buying in bulk works. And I'm really hoping that there's nothing wrong with them because one, it's expensive, and two, that's just a lot. Okay. I wasn't I've never ordered this many, and I wasn't expecting it to literally be a box of open Wicks, which explains why now it was a box inside the box. Now that I have Wicks, I can wick jars, which I don't love doing, and I need to, oh, I'm already so tired. I need to bring up jars from the garage where I store them. That'll be fun. And I don't mean that. Okay, so then now, before I bring up the jars and start wicking, I'm gonna set my water for my sous vide candles to start. Fill that up in the bathtub. Goodbye. Oh, Archie, I really need you to move, please. Please, pretty please. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have that heat up. While I carry jars up the stairs. Bless you. Okay, this is where I wick all my jars, so I need to make some room here first, and then start wicking. almost done wicking all of these. And then fire and liquid resistant adhesive that I use for the wicks needs to set for about an hour before you introduce any liquid. I'm a little bit behind the schedule that I wanted to be on. I don't want to start melting wax yet. I mean, I guess maybe I could, but I think I'm gonna wait a minute and work on something else. Since I sous vide my candles, I can keep them at a temperature that I want before they cool down, but I don't want to have it sitting there too long. So I'm going to wait until it's closer to an hour before I start melting any of the wax. I could probably start working on folklore perfumes. I know I had that set for me to do it a different day, but since I have downtime, maybe I could just do it now and save myself some time later. As you can see, the wicking process takes a while, which is partially why I don't love doing it. Heaven forbid there ever be a human outside of the house. Stop it! I'm stuck. I'm just going to set up the perfume area while all of that gardening goes on. Working on the last folklore perfume, and as you can see, making the perfumes is very tedious, as are most things with this business. Also, because everything is like, with perfume and candle making and everything, like weights are very important. So you kind of like can't get distracted, or you can really mess things up. Which is hard for me because sometimes I get distracted pretty easily, and it's especially dangerous to like be talking while I'm doing this too, because that is the epitome of being distracted. Oh, the wicks are done. Perfect. Stop! The timing is working out perfectly. But yeah, it like just right now. I almost put in too much fragrance oil into that one because I was being impatient. And you can't do that. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna get to restocks today. I think timeline-wise, it's more important that I get the second versions of the 1989 candles made so that I can let those cure for about a week and then test them and then finally be able to start making the 1989 candles. But yeah, I think that's pretty important. So I think I'm gonna work on making those. And then if I have more time, then I might work on like one batch of restocks or something. But I don't know, considering I feel like I just kind of swapped some of my days because now I'm gonna have most of the perfumes done. I still need to make the sample sizes, which is even more tedious, so I like don't want to do that specifically. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then start working on gosh, I really wish I didn't like pause so much in the middle of when I'm talking. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up and then work on the second versions of the 1989 candles. And all of that process is going to be in a separate video, so I'm going to film that for something else. And then probably film the rest of the restocks over the next couple of days that I have that planned. Okay, I'm on the floor with Archie. It's Monday. Honestly, I'm not in the best mood that I've ever been. It's definitely one of those days right now where like, just like little things keep happening, like little inconveniences and things not going the way that you thought they would until it's like piled on that it's been like 30 things already in the day that have just like kind of gone wrong. And it's getting to me, as I think it would most people. So I'm trying to change my mindset, I guess. But with that being said, I've gotten a late start to the day, which is also one of the things that has made me upset. So hopefully I can just put it aside and start getting work done and just get as much done today as I can. Okay, I've got my water set up to start heating, and then while this is happening, I have some computer work that I need to get done. And as always, Archie is being very helpful. Okay, so I have been filming everything on my phone for now, which is fine. But every piece of technology I have and every app and software that I own is like screaming at me every day saying that I'm running out of space. When I'm doing things like this where it's like a couple days of filming, pretty quickly my phone's like, you can't keep doing this, you don't have any more space. I'm kind of getting into a process where I have to like upload a couple videos at a time onto the computer so that like I free up space for the next videos, which I can't do forever. I'll have to figure out if I want to get like a different little camera for vlogging or something, because I don't want to use my better camera. It's just too clunky. It's not easy to film with for stuff like this. So right now I need to get things off of my phone and onto the computer so that I can free up more space on the phone. And then I also have some businessy emails I have to send, and hopefully I can get all that done before the water is done heating. So yeah. I have just overworked him to the bone. This poor baby has suffered. He's just worked so much. Your life is so hard and I'd never understand. I love you. Okay, I'm trying to multitask like 5 things right now, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not going great. Like I was saying, I have so much stuff on my phone that I just need to like get the videos off my phone and into the computer, but I don't have like a good system of how to organize them, so I just like don't really know where to put everything and where it goes. And then at the same time, I'm trying to like start editing the videos of the footage that I have like a stockpile of, so that I have a place to put all of the videos. But then I get distracted because I like just keep editing instead of organizing the files. And then on top of that, I'm finally actually working on Restock, so I have wax melting, which I need to put temperature gauges in. So at some point I'm gonna need to stop doing everything that I'm doing and measure out the fragrance oil to add to the wax. And I don't know, like once I start working on something that I get really into, it's like so hard for me to pull myself out of it, which is not a great thing to be doing when I have wax melting and I'm actively making candles, just because like the steps are time sensitive. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Okay, so my wax is up to temperature, which means why am I so tired? So now I need to force myself to stop editing videos and get together the fragrance oil and, you know, maybe actually figure out, I don't know, something crazy like what scent I'm even gonna pour right now. What did I decide I was gonna do? Okay, I think I'm gonna do the batch of Invisible String and 'Tis the Damn Season, because I've been out of stock of those for a little while now. My wax is at the right temperature, so I can pour in fragrance oil. Okay, Google, 3-minute timer.
Okay, 3 minutes, starting now.
I'm sorry if I set off anyone's Google because of that, because it happens to be on people's videos all the time. Okay, and now we stir for what feels like forever. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I don't know what I'm doing today. I honestly feel like I've put too much on my plate all at once. So I finished stirring the batch of Invisible String. It smells really good, as I would hope everything that I make does. And so that one's gonna need to cool down for like 20-25 minutes until I can pour it. In the meantime, this should also be at temperature. Yeah, this one's at temperature too, so I need to get out the fragrance oils for 'Tis the Damn Season and mix that in. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I feel like a lot of this is just a learning process because I honestly don't know what people are gonna think is interesting or what they want to see. So for now I'm just kind of like doing a mix of normal filming and time-lapse filming and putting it together so you can see the whole process and how much multitasking there is. I'm assuming that eventually, if I do this long enough, I'll kind of like get into a groove of what to film and when to film, and I'm just like really concerned that people are gonna think I'm boring and that there's like no point in me doing this anyway. And also, like, what do I talk about? Do I only talk about work things? How much do I actually share about work things, and how much do I share about normal life things? I don't know. I could be wrong, but I always feel like it's fun to like watch the fragrance oil get poured. I thought that I honestly wasn't going to be able to get this done with this like half empty bottle, but apparently that's all I need. Sometimes I honestly like dread having to make the candles, which is stupid because that's the entire job. But I think just because they're like, you have to juggle so many things while you're doing it, it's just kind of stressful. So I avoid it, and then once I actually do it, I'm just like, that really wasn't that bad at all, which I feel like is a universal experience when you have to do something you don't want to do and then you finally do it. Okay, so I have invisible string and Tis the Damn Season here that are cooling down. They're just gonna need a little bit longer, and then I can pour them, and then in the meantime I'll probably go back to editing. Okay, so I got the wax to temperature, and now I need to pour. I didn't set out any clamshells yet, so this will make 5 candles, and usually about like 3 or 4 wax melts. Actually, just in case the candle part breaks, I don't want those out yet. I feel like it's pretty much impossible to do this without making some amount of a mess, which is unfortunate. Okay, time to see how many wax melts we get. I'm honestly thinking of changing how I do my wax melts in a couple different ways. I just haven't fully figured out the whole plan yet, but I don't know. I just don't like love the look of the clamshells, and I feel like they don't always dry the way I want them to. Sometimes they have a little bit of a, like, I don't know. They just like, they dry weird the way that soy wax will do sometimes. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking of changing up the wax that I use itself to something. It would still be soy wax, but just a harder wax that, because soy wax is pretty soft, so I feel like when people are trying to break off squares from the wax melts, it's just like kind of messy and crumbly, and that's not the look that I want. I want it to have like more snap and be more firm, which there's definitely wax that exists that way. I just couldn't, like how I'm doing now, where I just pour one batch into either candles or wax melts, whatever I want. I wouldn't be able to do that anymore because I'm not going to use that wax for candles. It's meant for wax melts and like anything that's molded into a different shape. So that would just be something to take into consideration, that I'd kind of have to switch up how I make things, which is always a new challenge. But I think I'm over the aesthetics of the way I have wax melts now. That's definitely something I want to work on. I just haven't quite had the time yet. So yeah, these are all set up now, and I just need the tis the damn season to cool down to the temperature I need it to be so I can pour those too. Okay, I have ended up on the floor with our tea again. Like I was saying before, honestly, I feel like so much of the candle making process is super repetitive and it can't be that interesting to watch for so long. So for this specific vlog, I think I'm gonna be done because I have filmed a couple days worth of work and I know I have more to do, but since I've been posting these on Tuesday, I think I'm gonna be done for today and like post what I have so far tomorrow. And then like maybe film doing the rest of the restocks and like have something I specifically want to talk about, or just not film it because it doesn't need to be seen. But yeah, my phone is also getting mad at me saying I don't have any storage left again. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call this vlog a day and hopefully have more interesting things to share. And yeah, Archie and I say goodbye.